Good morning, welcome into this life transformation talk with Sunday. And today we are on a different topic about information, how we process information, how do we analyze it, how do we internalize it in ourselves before we share it out, before we implement it in ourselves. Do you take time to process the information, to process the idea before saying it, before acting on it? What do you do? Let us know on the comment section. And I just want to remind you that this is a safe zone. This is a place where we share our hearts, our minds freely, because here the goal is for you to become better than yourself, to become the best you. The goal is to grow. The goal is to become better than what I have been, what you have been, what we have been just the previous week, the previous day, the previous year, or maybe the previous hour even. You're welcome. Welcome home. This is our place to grow. This is our place to transform our lives. This is a place for us to provide a bucket where you can cry safe tears. You can cry very safe, and you can get someone to encourage you and lift you. So if you're commenting, this is a safe place for us. So I am going to talk about why processing matters. Processing information matters in our lives because it helps us to really dig deep on the information and see from within ourselves if we can implement it in our lives, and how is it going to improve us? How is it going to impact our life? Is it going to be positive or negative? And this, it could be you as individual, me as individual, or as a group. We can think together. We can think also as individual, and you can think by your own self and as a group. So it is very important for us to take time to sometimes, because we are living in an information age where there are information everywhere on our smartphone. Every time we find information, and sometimes we can be taken by acting without analyzing the information first. If it aligns with what we want in our lives, what our goals are, if it aligns with our values, if it aligns with our principles, before acting on it. So taking information and analyzing and help us to see within ourselves where it fits us, where it fits us, and where it can improve us, where it can challenge us. Sometimes it can challenge us, yes. Some information can challenge what we know, because maybe what we knew can never help us at the moment. Maybe needed to be improved, maybe needed to be topped up, maybe needed some information to add on what you know. So analyzing or processing information is very important in our everyday life. And it doesn't matter what kind of information, it really needs analysis. It needs us to process it first in our minds. It needs us to process it and before we act on it. So, and that also comes from within ourselves. If we have some information that comes from our own self, because we speak to ourselves in different ways. Our minds speak to us, but sometimes we have to analyze what our mind speaks to us. Is it positive? Is it something that can help us? Is it something that can lift us? Is this something that can really improve me to become a better version of my own self? So I have to even process and analyze the information that comes from within myself, that I have to see that it is aligned with what I want to do. I have to see that it is aligned with my values. It is aligned with my goals that I want. So I have to put myself in there and see, just like having a camera within yourself to see that this is serving me, this will serve me, and this will never serve me. This will put me in trouble, because certain information, believe me, it will put you in trouble if not critically processed or analyzed. So processing information is really very important in our everyday life. And even it helps us to share it more. It helps us to share with others. It helps us to understand it better, so that if we are to have a chance of sharing it with someone, we have the knowledge. We know what it is. We know in depth. And if asked questions, we can be able to answer. Just like the journalists, if they have gone to take coverage or somewhere and they have an interview, they might have a deep understanding about what they are talking about, because they can ask them any question and they're ready to answer. So it's just the same with our own life. Any information that comes to ourselves, whether it is within us or it is from somewhere else, we need to process it first before acting. And this reminds me with a story that happened to me a long time when I was still a child, and not really a child. I was already a teenage. So I decided, because I did not have money to buy soap, and there was no soap for me that time. And even smearing oil, those things, those basic needs were not there. So I decided to go and sell tea somewhere. And I worked for 1 week. Even I borrowed most of the things. I worked like 1 week, but I really tried. It was even a very big burden for me. But because I had something in mind that I really wanted to have some capital, I wanted to start up a business that can give me money. And that was what I was doing, because I had to do the housework very early in the morning, even at night, finish the housework so that in the morning I am free to go. So I could do that for the 1 week or 2 weeks. I did it. But that was not what um, my brothers were seeing. So they said, "Oh, you're going to sell tea. You're going to get spoiled." They talked a lot. So after they're talking, I just tell them that before you start telling someone or speaking words, you have to analyze what you're saying, process it first in your mind before you speak it out. And that time, I even don't know about anything. I am just new. Before you have to speak, you have to have first understand, is this thing good? And sometimes you need to find out why that person is doing what he or she is doing. It is sometimes very important, because you can become a victim of something that you don't know. You don't know. So many people, not many people, most people do things because they know why they're doing it. So just you, because you just understand one part, or maybe you see one part of what you're seeing, and you can just judge. So that's why judgment really it's not a good thing. First, go and dig down the information. So they talked, and I didn't say much. I just told them to just first process what they wanted to say or understand it. What I was meaning was just not for them to process, but I wanted them to have asked me, why did you do that? So I could explain, but they never asked me. So that was something that I learned when I was still 18, and it kept in me. Sometimes even when I want to say something, I first have to understand it within myself. Is it helping me? Is it not helping me? And that saves me a lot from trouble, because sometimes I don't know what is taking place in that person's life. Sometimes I don't know why that person did what he's doing. I did not know. So I have to ask and first process it, and see also at the other side that maybe I am the one, seeing myself on the other side, that maybe if that person is me, why could I have done that? So it helps me a lot in interacting with people, and it helps me a lot in building up myself, in transforming myself. And that really helped me. This processing of information helps me a lot when I went through a very hard time in life, and I was deep down in a lot of the worry, anxiety. There were moments I couldn't wake up on the bed because of too much thinking. Why is this happening? What is this? So one time I just said, should I really process it? Why am I putting myself in this big trouble? I am adding more trouble to myself than what happened before. So I shifted my mind, because I really processed where I was leading. It wasn't helping me. And it was not even something that could really improve me to become better person. So I had to drop slowly. It was not just a one-day thing, but I dropped that worry. I dropped that anxiety. I dropped everything. I started working on myself. I started doing things that are opposite to what the environment was. And that helped me a lot in transforming my life and changing me to become who I am today and who I wanted to be. Yesterday, I had the privilege to go and speak. I am I went and shared my story, and people were really amazed by what happened and how I shifted from that state of life to where I am today and where I am focusing. So sometimes processing information really matters a lot in our everyday lives, in our everyday thoughts, in our everyday information that comes from within ourselves and also from others. Let us know on the comment section. Do you have a chance to process any information? And maybe if you didn't tell us the other side also, did you not process something just you saw and you asked someone and put you into trouble? Let us know in the comment section. That is really so amazing that sometimes we get into trouble because we just see one side of it. And I have this question here just on my laptop. I'm reading it. It says, when was the last time you learned something deeply just by reflecting on or talking about it? Yes, and that really helps. When was that last time that you learned by reflecting on it, just seeing it, just seeing? Maybe it could be a visual thing, maybe someone, maybe something. You could just see the situation and just have the picture in your mind. That helps a lot. Yesterday I had to speak, and I am doing a speaking course, and the techniques of speaking I really learned them, but I have not yet learned fully because I'm in the process of learning. So I just took time to go and sleep, not really sleeping, but just laying on the bed and reflecting on the structure of my speech, how it is supposed to be, and what I should add, what I should not add. Just by reflecting on it and processing it, it helps me a lot when I was speaking. I didn't write down my speech. I did not write it down, but I have it in my mind because I took a lot of time to visualize it, to process it, to what is the word? To process it deeply in my mind. And I could see myself like speaking. I was on my bed. I was processing it in my mind. So after this, what else should I do? After this one should come. How should I connect this to this? That was what I was visualizing it and I was processing it in my mind. And that helped me a lot yesterday. Without a note written, I was able to speak for like 15 minutes. And everyone said, wow. Someone said it was like a movie, that it was like a movie. They were watching a movie because it's not that I am telling the story, I am showing the story. And that helps me because of processing the processing the information and processing what was taking place. And I was envisioning myself in that. So that helped us also with every information that comes in our mind. We need to process it. We need to see ourselves in the other side or see ourselves with that information. How is it going to impact my life? How is it going to change my life? So that helps. That also requires us to have time with ourselves. And that's why I wake up so early when everyone else is still sleeping. I wake up so early when everyone is still sleeping, and I sleep late when everyone else has slept, because that's my best time to really internalize things, to process, and to help me become better. And I am so grateful for this opportunity, and I am so thankful for you. I know so many people go through a lot of challenges in lives and so many things, and you can get out of that. Even by just like what I did, I was deeply in stress, in anxiety, and I was able to process that. I was able to see myself. Where is this anxiety taking me? Where is this worry, having pity on myself? Where is it serving me? So I did not see a pleasant place that I wanted to be in, that was pleasing in that anxiety. But I saw when I left the anxiety and the trauma and everything, and I could see myself coming out as a strong woman, as a determined woman, because of the storm that I went through. It built me. So I say, no, I wanted to be that one. I want to be on that side. That was just because of processing information and processing something. Thank you very much. I would love to know where you're watching from. And if you're watching the replay, please type too on the comment section. And just as a reminder that this is a safe place for us to share our information, to share our hearts. And I am so grateful that you're here. God bless you. Have a beautiful, beautiful time. Bye.